So let's take a look at this. All right. So some basic notes to begin with. All right. So we know, I'm just going to put y equals kx, although we're looking for a slope, but a lot of times we're understand this. All right. Underneath it, I'm going to put down slope. All right. And it occurred to me is that in some of my other classes, they were saying, oh, that's not proportional. I'm not talking about proportionality. I'm talking about slope. All right. We know to figure out slope, it's going to be the same as our constant proportionality, right? So we know that y over x equals m. All right. For you to figure out what slope is, you're also going to do, I'm going to write this over here. Rise over run, which is y over x equals slope. And I'm just going to write like a whole, like this over and over and over again, just so you guys can understand it. All right. So the slope of a line tells us the direction and the steepness of a line. Slope is referred to as the rate of change. The change remains constant. So a lot of these words you guys already have seen before. Constant proportionality, or K, constant. So like I said, don't get overwhelmed. I'm not teaching you guys really anything new. All right. So this is what we talked about before. Rise is y over x. So to find the slope, draw a right triangle between any 2 points. Okay. So count the vertical. So vertical is our x. Change and divide by the, oh, actually, this is our y. Sorry. And divide by the horizontal. Change. This is known as rise over run. This is extremely wordy for what we talked about before. Y over x equals m. All right. Extremely, extremely, extremely wordy. All right. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? I don't like to go over all this crazy talk. For you guys to be successful, you guys need to do the point of intersection between x and y, the exact point that x and y meet. All right. So if we were to look over here, I can see that right here, the rise is 2, the run is 3. So you guys can look at it. Do you guys see the triangle here? So I can say, hey, this point right here is absolutely, positively a solid point. If you guys need to put notes on the side, you are more than welcome to do it. So if I go up here, how many spots am I going up? 2. So I rise up 2 and I run to the side, how many spots? 3. So y over x is what? What's my fraction? What is y? 2 2/3. So y equals 2/3 x. Now, some people in my other class was like, oh, Miss Puente, I see this spot right here, right? And I'm going to create a triangle here because I got to create my triangle, my 90 degrees, all right? And that's not a problem. If you guys find other spots over here, dude, not a big deal, all right? So if I rise up, how many spots to get to here? 4. And how many spots do I run to get to here?
6.
If I were to simplify 4, 6, what are you going to get?
2/3.
Yep, because 4, if I have 4, 6, 2 can go into 4 2 times. 2 can go into 6 3 times. So it doesn't matter if you guys see, like, go up larger numbers, you're still going to have to simplify it. Yeah.
I don't know if this would make sense, but like, what if like it's not proportional? Like you can't.
Remember, I'm not asking about proportionality. I'm talking about slope.
Well, I know, but like, what if you can't, like, for example, like, say that with that, but like, it was a different number and you didn't get 2/3.
For this purpose, you will get an actual slope. All right, so let's talk about number 1. All right, let's see here. I found an actual point here. I found a solid point here. Do you guys see those on your line? Okay. So we're going to find rise over 1 or y over x. So the first thing I do is I find my 2 points on my, or more points, whatever you guys want, on my line, right? The second thing I need to do is I need to create a triangle. So I'm going to do my rise over my run. Do you guys see that? All right. So for my corner of my right triangle here, how many spots do I run up? 1, 2, 3. So I run up 3. Do you guys see it? Don't look at this anymore. Just concentrate on this guy right here. So I run up 1, 2, 3. And I run over how many spots? 1, 2. So 3 over 2 is going to be my slope. So y equals 3 over 2x. Now I'm trying not to throw like a whole bunch at you. So we're going to kind of talk about this. We're going to work in partners today, all that fun stuff. So here, because my arrow is going down, it's going to be negative. All right. Here, if you were to look at this one, my arrow is going up, it's positive. Over here, my arrow is going down, it's negative. All right. So let's look at this one. So we already know we're going to put a y over x here. You guys on your own find your spots, your actual like points on here that you guys can find. Not anything in between, but your actual points. Once you guys find your points, create your right triangle. Now our triangles might not look exactly the same, right? They might be different like positions on here, but we're going to get the same. how many of you guys saw this triangle? How many of you guys found this other triangle right here? And that's fine. We're going to get the same answer either way. I'm going to go ahead and use my green up here in case you guys saw it differently. All right, for our y, for our rise, how far from here to here you guys go? 1, right? But because it's going down, it'll be a -1. From here to here, how far did you go? 1, okay. From here to here, how far did you run?
3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you went up top, you'd still run 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So whether you did your triangle here or you saw your triangle here, you're still going to come up with the same answer. Are you guys seeing it? All right, let's do one more. You guys go ahead and work on number 3. Find all your points on your line first. Create your triangle. And then find your rise over your run.
Teachers and students, please pardon this interruption. I need all 8th grade students that are signed up for the Ebenezer Alive field trip to meet Ms. Baranowski in the cafeteria. You do not need to bring your belongings. Thank you.
All right, how far did you guys rise up? Did everybody get 3? All right, so 1, 2, 3. All right, how far did you guys run to the side? 1. So what is your slope? So you could write it as y equals 3x. Remember, with that, if you were to write in a fraction form, that 1, sometimes you guys see it, sometimes you don't. All right, so I'm going to pass out today. We're going to go over it together, and then you guys can break into groups, all right, into partners. Now, my suggestion would be that you guys find a partner, not necessarily who's your friend, but who understands it, all right? So if you are like, I'm not maybe 100% sure, but I know that Lily is 100% confident in it. She might be a good partner for me to work with. All right, so don't lose your mind on this, all right? Because it's really not that bad. All right. So on here, let's go ahead and take a look at number 1. So this guy right here is a triangle. This guy right here is a triangle. Now, sometimes they'll be the same size. Sometimes, like down here, these guys right here are not the same. Like when you physically look at it, right? But they might have the same slope even though they're not the same size. All right, so let's look at the first one here. It says find the rise from point A to point B. So y over x equals m. All right, so from here to here, how many spots is it? How high do you go? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, how far do you run from here to here? 1, 2, 3. All right, what is my fraction of rise over 1?
4/3.
All right, now you guys do 4, 5, and 6. So what is the rise from point C to point B?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. How many of you guys got that one right? What is your run? From here to here, how far did you guys go?
3.
1, 2, 3. What is your fraction?
4.
4 over 3. If you guys were to look at this, right, this is going in the positive direction. So is this positive or negative? Now, if it was going this way, right, you're going downward, so it would be negative. But because this triangle is going up, or that arrow is going up, that's positive. Now I want you guys to figure out what is the slope for AC.
You said this line was positive, but there are arrows on both sides.
I'm having you focus on this.
Okay.
Because these quartiles down here, these guys are negatives, these guys are positives. So we're just going to cut this off and look at it, which direction the arrow is going.
Okay.
All right. So what is the slope for line AC? So remember, create your right angle first. So from here to here, find your point. So really you're creating a big triangle. Did you guys, I know you got it. Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay. So remember before I said sometimes the triangles may look alike, sometimes they may not. You guys seen that big old triangle? All right, so from here to here, how many spots is it? How far do you rise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, how far do you guys run?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you were to simplify it, what is 8 over 6 simplified? 4 thirds. Because 2 can go into 8 4 times, 2 can go into 6 3 times. So regardless of the size, they all have the same slope. All right, you guys good? All right, so you guys